Today, we spoke with Mr. Alan Heisterkamp from the University of Northern Iowa at Fort Hays. We also spoke with Mr. Matt Brooks, a social studies teacher at Hays High, and Jackie Guzman, a Hays High student that was selected to go to this conference.
Thank you. We are meeting today with representatives from different school districts around Hays and some folks here from the school district in Hays, and we're looking at ways in which schools can help with regard to bullying and gender-based violence prevention in their schools. And so we're giving them a tool or an example or a framework to look at how we teach skills and knowledge around this area, including how do we support teacher and adult education, how we look at practices in our schools and communities that can support prevention work, how we can be better at partnering with others, both in school and in the community. And then finally, what are some of the policies and practices that we know would be really helpful for schools to have in place to address some of these issues that we know get in the way of learning and don't allow kids to thrive and to be the very best.
Why do you think it is important?
Well, I think these issues of bullying and gender violence, for example, like dating abuse, other forms of partner abuse, they're important because they're happening. They're taking place. We have a lot of young students and young adults who are dealing with these issues, and they're not quite sure where to turn for help, support. We can do a better job of providing education to young men and young women and their families about recognizing the warning signs of abuse, what they can do or say if they come across a situation that could be defined as bullying or harassing or abusive. We want to be able to provide skills so that individuals feel like they're empowered and that can contribute positively to the overall climate, not just of the school, but the broader community.
So what do you think about the relationships conference that you attended?
Well, last year I went to the first part, which was focusing on understanding intervention strategies in case, and there's a wide range of things, not just with relationships, but any kind of incident where young people can possibly get into trouble in a certain type of setting. And so we talked about intervention strategies, and that was mostly a college conference. We were one of the only high schools there, and it was very enlightening to listen to some of those things and listen to how many of those colleges want high schools to start to address these things. People don't get into relationships and certain issues in college. It starts at the high school, even middle school level, certainly. And the one we went to here at Fort Hays was an excellent opportunity to understand how to incorporate strategies and how to kind of get it into our curriculum, working with students and have them help them understand the significance of relationships, the significance of healthy relationships, and understanding what good behavior is, what's not. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding from young people about what a healthy relationship is. And so there's two different perspectives, what the guys need to be doing and should be doing for a healthy relationship, and then also what girls should be doing and expecting. And I think that's a healthy thing that we at Hays High School will start incorporating. I know Mr. Straub has talked to us about incorporating this with our faculty up here and our staff, and then we can get that onto the students. And it's an excellent opportunity for us to help our students get more life skills in relationship issues.
How did you benefit from this event?
Well, the main thing, again, is just getting insightful information. The Northern Iowa people are the one who ran the conference, and it is interesting because they've done this for a long time. It's also interesting to listen to other high schools, what they do. We also have our ideas. I think we're right in the middle. We're not ahead of necessarily everybody, but we're certainly not behind either. It was a great chance for us to understand where we need to be in the next year or two. And I think that was the greatest benefit.
Jackie, what did you guys all do at the conference?
Well, it was just all a group of students and different types of leaders, like principals from different schools, and we had two guest speakers, and they pretty much just talked about what all we can do to help more students aware of domestic violence, and we all discussed our different opinions and just pretty much of how the different schools, pretty much their different ways of helping out. That's pretty much all we did.
Do you think that the conference was beneficial?
Yes, I do think it was very beneficial because I learned a lot of new information, like about different statistics about domestic violence, especially bullying too. That was another term we talked about. So yes, I do think it was very beneficial.